Well, I have to admit that I've seen this coming. Oh yeah, I've seen this coming. Took a look around. Everybody who remembers this square remembers it well. This was a place where the homeless would spend a lot of time. What do you see now? You see Baltimore City Police, landscapers, and they're trying to clean up the park, clean up the area. Now this is a good thing to see, people. Take a look at this. Now I'll be honest with you, I didn't think I would see something like this, but hey, as you can see the landscapers over there rolling along there. All right. Police officers come to their park and clean up, doing what they need to do over here. And I'm telling you, it wasn't long ago, that we had issues concerning this park and concerning this church right across the way. Now, if I go over there and show you what's going on over there, you will not believe it. But here's the deal. The homeless issue, the homeless problem has become worse than just a homeless problem. It has really become a serious drug problem. It became a problem where people who were homeless and living out here on these streets and spent a lot of time over here in this park. I've seen tents up around this park and the nine. And people, who don't take time out to go to a bathroom to get rid of their waste. They chose to throw it all over the ground. They chose to just, it's bad when you are homeless. I got that. But here's the deal. When you chose to throw your waste all over the ground, when you chose to urinate all over the place in the park, and you chose to, think about this for a second. Because a lot of this has went on here, both in this park and in the church across the way. And there are many folks that come out from different churches or, different other food trucks and things of that nature come out here and feed people, especially on the weekend, not so much during the week. You might see some during the week, but during the weekend you see most everybody comes out and feed up around here. But it's bad when you feed up and people are just dropping styrofoam plates and cups and all that all along the ground and just forget about it after they finish eating, and they just drop it on the ground and leave it there. And I wish you could see the number of trash cans that are around here that could hold certain things like that, like waste and all of that, but some people chose to throw it on the ground. As you can see over here, this here is, it's really something else. What you see here, if you look at that, take a look at that. If the person didn't want it anymore, what could they do with it? They could trash it, throw it in the trash. Over here is an area that's most used many times, for people to come and urinate and do all, as you can see, all these paper towels and things that are here. There's because this was used for an actual bathroom, if you will. You know what I mean? So I'm saying this to say, people, it's really something else, and I can understand why these officers are here. I can understand why, they're doing what they're doing today. It took a long time for them to get to this point. because this has been going on for years, okay? So here's the thing. It's been a long time coming, but check it out. I got a feeling it's going to be a big change in the situation here concerning not only this park here, I'm talking about also the church across the way. Another thing I look at here, and I'm going to make a move over to this church. I'm not going to report these things separately. I want you to take notice of different things. Hi, how you doing? Of different things that are happening here along this threshold here between this park that I've just showed you and this church that I'm showing you right now. Here's the deal. As you can see, there have been renovations with this church. This is St. Vincent de Paul Church here in Baltimore City, a historic landmark. And as you can see, there are some people who are homeless in this general area who, who have items here in the general area. Now, if you bear witness, there was a time when this park was wide open. And it was for many years people have slept in this park because they were homeless and had no place to go. Now, I don't want to talk about the people who have lost their lives in this park. That's another story right there. But let me get into this. Right here, it wasn't long ago that this park was open to all homeless persons who needed a place to sleep, and all that. And many tents were set up in here as well. But again, just like over there in that square over there, the same situation occurs when where people come by here and and they bring food and stuff for the people who are homeless in this general area and other people who come through here. Again, you see things like this: waste cans, bottles, everything in the nine, and all that. And again, just like over at the other park, there's always urinating, feces found all around the general area of the church, of all places. See, I'm saying, people, what we have here is chaos. That's what we have. And I don't know whether you took notice, but let me also report this as well. I'm going to go forward up here in just a little bit, just so you see. And obviously, somebody came by today delivering food and other things to the people who were here. Very good. As you can see along here, there is what you discovered coming through here. Number one, this is a church. But the second thing you're looking at right now is this trail of yellow tape going across the steps. Okay. Yeah, they are. Big time. So, there you have it. You have the news live in living color right here. I talked about this, and maybe I was a little bit vague with it, but let me summarize what I've been talking about for many years. In this general area right here, alongside this church. Whoa. Okay. There has been homeless. It's been a feeding ground for the homeless. And not only that, it has become a chaotic situation, because what's happened is that for many years, and I talk about it, but I never put it on camera, but I'm putting it on camera today. For many years, many folk have come down here. Many churches have come through here to supply food for the homeless and other people who have been in this general area and who have been here for many years. There have people who've been down here who've been homeless for so many years, and I mean so many years. I mean winter, spring, summer, and fall. But the problem is not homeless people. The problem is not churches and other conglomerates coming through here to, feed people. The problem is what some people are doing here. When people eat, they throw their containers, cans, as you saw in this video, and sanitary napkins, all the like, around in the general area of both the church and the park across the way, which belongs to the police department. And and that debris, you got to stop and think. It causes many things like roaches. I've come down here personally and seen big rats running around. So it's not a good thing when you get finished with what you're eating and consuming, then you have to dump your styrofoam plates and cups and cans and sanitary napkins and all that kind of stuff all over the place. Not to mention all the urinating and and everything else. People swatting and pooping all over the shrubbery around here in these general areas of the church and all of that. Come on, that stuff is uncalled for, but yet it happens, and it's been happening for years. So that's my report for today. But I just have to say, it looks like there is a change. There's going to be a change. I saw the yellow tape across the steps of the church and the officers working in the general area over there in that park. Obviously, it's becoming a real big problem, and they intend to do something about the problem. It wasn't that long ago that we had that same issue over there at City Hall. They had to actually reconstruct City Hall because of the problem that was going on there. And it was the very same thing. People urinating and, dropping, whatever all along there. And even some have come through there to, feed the people there. And still the same issue.